everybody. Doug and I have been out looking for some okra, and we went to one of our favorite little local produce markets, and we've come home with a half a bushel. Now what we're going to do with this half a bushel, I'm going to show you later because I'm just going to have to figure out. That is a lot of okra. But I'm going to ask Doug to tell us about his experience with okra when he was growing up. Doug, what did y'all do when you had okra? I know y'all had a lot of it.
Yeah, we lived in the okra patch from the time school was out until it started back in the fall. My daddy at one time was known as the okra king of the South. He believed in growing okra, and he had a good reputation for growing pretty okra, and he even shipped it as far away as Chicago for a number of years, and it got to where the freight didn't work out and the okra would spoil before it got there. But for several years he had real success at it, and we from the time school was out until it started back, we would go up and down one row after another 6 days a week. We didn't have to cut okra on Sunday, thank goodness, but every other day of the week we were in the okra patch. And we finally started hauling it ourselves to Atlanta 2 days a week. So at least that got us out of the field and on the road, but we were still doing okra. And then when Joyce and I got married, we had a number of families that worked for us, and so they asked us to grow some okra for them to harvest. And so we did that, but I didn't go up and down the rows anymore. I had enough of it. And I told my daddy when I graduated from high school, I said, Daddy, I want a farm, but I'm not cutting okra. So he agreed, and we continued farming, but just growing okra for others to harvest, and that worked out good, and it was a good life. And I'm sure Daddy appreciated all the days that my brothers and I spent in the okra patch.
That's great. And we're going to work together. We're going to team up. We're going to wash this okra and put some in the freezer and cook some, and I'll show you how we do that a little bit later. Okay, we're washing our okra, and we're going to wash it through 2 washes. We've washed it on the left. Doug's doing that for me, and he's putting it over in the other part of the sink, and we're going to wash it there. And if it doesn't feel gritty, because this came out of the field, so I had some dirt on it, then we're going to lay it out on this towel that I've got here on my island. And what we do is once we wash it, we lay it out on this towel, spread it out, and let it dry. And then once it dries, then we start chipping it. And I'm going to do it in small increments so that it doesn't get slimy on me, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, we're moving to the next step in this process of putting up this okra. We've washed it, and we did wash it 3 times, and then we've got it laying out on this towel, and we're just going to let it dry. That's a lot of okra, y'all, that we've got to chip up and put in the freezer. And we're going to do it before we go to bed because it's fresh, and we like to put it up fresh, and it's going to be better if we can go ahead and get it in the freezer tonight. So I'll see you in a few minutes, and I'll show you how we're going to chip it up and bag it. Okay, our okra is dry, and the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to cut the little ends off, and then Doug's putting it in this little pan right here. And then we're going to chip it up, and then I'm going to bag it, and I'm going to bag it as quickly as we chip it up so that we can go ahead and get it in the freezer and it won't turn slimy on us. So we're going to work on that, and then once we get it chipped up and put in the bag, I'll show you how that looks. Okay, we've got that first bag ready to go in the freezer. I put it in a pint freezer bag. You could put it in a quart freezer bag. You could put it in a gallon freezer bag, however much you want to freeze in a bag, but a pint works well for us. If we need more than that, I'll just take out 2 bags. So I hope that you've enjoyed our video on freezing okra. And I wanted to tell you, I forgot this. This small okra is called fancy okra. There's the larger is called choice, and this is called fancy, and that's what we're working with today is fancy okra. And I hope that you love okra, and if you haven't tried it, that you'll get some and that you'll try it. And I will talk to you again real soon.